Are you obsessed by something? You will probably say no. No, nothing, but all of us are obsessed by something. Usually by ourselves, or if we are Christians, by our own experience of the Christian life. But the psalmist says that we are to be obsessed by God. The abiding awareness of the Christian life is to be God Himself, not just thoughts about Him. The total being of our life, inside and out, is to be absolutely obsessed by the presence of God. A child's awareness is so absorbed in his mother that although he may not consciously be thinking of her when a problem arises, the abiding relationship is that with the mother. In the same way, we are to live and move and have our being in God, Acts 17:28, looking at everything in relation to Him, because our abiding awareness of Him continually pushes itself to the forefront of our lives. If we are obsessed by God, nothing else can get into our lives, not concerns, not tribulation, nor worries. And now we understand why our Lord so emphasized the sin of worrying. How can we dare to be so absolutely unbelieving when God totally surrounds us? To be obsessed by God is to have an effective barricade against all the assaults of the enemy. That's a really good line. I'm reading that one more time. To be obsessed by God is to have an effective barricade against all the assaults of the enemy. He Himself shall dwell in prosperity. Psalm 25:13. God will cause us to dwell in prosperity, keeping us at ease, even in the midst of tribulation, misunderstanding, and slander, if our life is hidden with Christ in God. Colossians 3:3. We rob ourselves of the miraculous revealed truth of this abiding companionship with God. God is our refuge. Psalm 46, verse 1. Nothing can break through His shelter of protection. I love that last line, don't you? Nothing can break through His shelter of protection. And it's so true. If we are just obsessed with God, nothing else is going to matter. Much easier said than done. But that is true, because if you're always just thinking about God and trusting that He has the ultimate plan for our life and He knows everything, He can see the big picture and we can't. We just need to trust that no matter what happens today, it's in His hands, right? And that is just a really good way to be going through life. And I love that. If we're obsessed by God, then there's kind of like a barricade to everything else around us. And things kind of bounce, like I think a force field, like in Star Wars movies or other movies, there's a force field around the ship or around the planet, and everything that the enemy comes to attack, and it just kind of bounces back off again, right? So if we're obsessed by God, it's like we have this force field around us, and there's a shield, and everything that comes, we can just let it bounce off, because we know ultimately God is in control, and He knows everything. So, my friends, have a great day believing that. And always remember also how much you matter to God, you matter to me, you matter to your friends and family. God has a great plan for your life, my friend. So get out there and live it, and have that shield up there, and just let everything else bounce off, because we are going to live obsessed by God. I'm so excited. I love that new phrase. I'll see you back here tomorrow. You can order your own copy of the My Utmost for His Highest devotional book by going to utmost.org. And I would love to answer any questions you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. And I hope you go out and shine for Him today. See you tomorrow.